So it is a best of 3 as it would be helpful if I had that on. There we go. Sorry about that. So it's gonna be laggy. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. Sorry. Yeah, I'll go ahead and fix that real quick. My apologies. For some reason this happens for no apparent reason. So sorry for the lag. Just have to do this real quick to fix things up. For some reason I have to change the capture from 1080 to 720 then back to 1080, but there we go, it's all fixed up now, so everything should be looking fine. So already we see VicenHA up in the lead, 30 points to 9, and yeah, looking pretty dominant so far to Vicen. He's playing pretty well. Has Delicatobollz on the ropes already. Delicatobollz deciding to go for that lob, and not really sure what Delicatobollz is looking to achieve with these lobs. Actually ends up taking the rally, catches Vicen off guard. He was not able to recover in time from that short lob, so Delicatobollz just slowly bringing things back in this first set. VicenHA pretty much only needs one more rally as long as it is on 9 points. But Delicatobollz looking to make a comeback. Can he keep it up? Goes for that short up and finds the post. So that brings it within only a 1 point difference right now. Either player at this point looking good to take the first set. VicenHA does get another rally, but that only puts him up to 48 points. So extremely close between the two players. Once again, Delicatobollz just bringing the score into a 1 point differential. So the next point will indeed take the first set. Delicatobollz deciding to go for that wall ride, not really working as VicenHA was already in position. The block cluster almost come out from Vicen, but does manage to recover it. Neither player really able to get a perfect streak going right now. Just a matter of throwing a perfect and then trying to recover from the opponent's shot. But VicenHA does manage to find the post past Delicatobollz and will take the first set. So he is up in the lead, 1-0. This is only the first game, of course. So I'd like to see both players perhaps improve their positioning and perhaps get a better read of the shots in general, because have we even seen a just shot right now? I'm not really sure. VicenHA did manage to get up to that just point, but ended up throwing a blue off of that deflect. So yeah, both players kind of struggling to get those just shots out right now. We do see Delicatobollz take the lead this time around. He is up to 31 points. VicenHA still has not put his name on the board yet, still sitting at 0 points. But there we go, he will put himself up on the board, grabbing a nice quick 7-point rally. And Delicatobollz already up to 41 points, so whatever Vicen was doing in the first set and not working out this time around could be just Delicatobollz actually getting into the swing of things. He's just using that first set as warm-up, and Delicatobollz using quite a lot of lobs, which I'm not really a fan of. Especially Stanton. Stanton of course does have the slowest lob, and yeah, you're kind of just giving up any possession at all. Both players are just up now. Delicatobollz does force the slide out of Vicen and then ends up scoring with the next shot, so that will bring it back to 1 set each. And yeah, just after seeing that set, both players kind of looking pretty good in each of the respective sets, but Delicatobollz definitely looking a lot stronger in that second one, but so far has not really able to continue that momentum. He is behind, but he brings it back to only 3-point difference. And yeah, like I said, both players just kind of struggling to get that perfect streak going. Delicatobollz decides to go for the cross-court lob. And yeah, maybe he should think about switching to McKenna if he's going to go with these constant lobs. But I guess he just prefers the power behind something. And yeah, for anybody who's watching, do not do this as Stanton, please. Just do not use lobs. Listen what is Stanton. You'll pretty much, at high level of play, you'll pretty much never see Stanton use a lob. It will only be in very rare cases that he may use a cross-court lob, or even a drop shot. But as you can see, in the set, definitely not working out for Delicatobollz. He's paying the price for using those lobs. He's just given up all aggression, and Vicen is just free to do whatever he wants. Delicatobollz just not putting any pressure on at all, so Vicen will take the first game relatively easy as well. So Delicatobollz under pressure already. If he loses this next game, he will be down into that losers bracket, and already Vicen putting himself on the board with his first throw of this game. And at this point, Delicatobollz, I think Delicatobollz's throws are getting a bit easy to read at this point. Vicen is just up good for push shot and gets it past Delicatobollz relatively easy, so you'll notice Delicatobollz is going into this bottom right corner quite a lot, and just going for that inside curve to the left post, and he's also using the loose short hops quite a bit as well. I think he'd be doing much better if he just stopped using those lobs, because like I said, he loses all pressure whenever he uses one of those lobs. So hopefully we'll see him stop doing that, and we'll see if he can manage to recover from it. He is behind so far in the set, 27 points to 11. He is just up right now though, so we'll see if he can manage to get past Vicen. Good for that short hop, but not quite working out. He does lose his juice from that shot, and VicenHA just ends up taking the point from the next shot. So VicenHA definitely looking the more solid out of the two players so far. Delicatobollz is just up right now, keeps it from that short lob. Can he keep it from the backcourt lob as well? He can, so he just has to find a way past VicenHA's defense right now, but VicenHA doing a good job of not letting that disc get past him, but the inside curve from Delicatobollz will secure the point, so that puts Delicatobollz up to 30 points. However, VicenHA is still on 43. At this point, pretty much anything will give VicenHA the set, so Delicatobollz will be under pressure to not lose any of the points. Just managed to secure a 12-point rally there, so bringing it back to only a 1-point differential again. We are almost at studio jam point. In fact, in this rally we are at studio jam point, so whoever takes this will indeed take the first set in the second game. But the lob coming out from VicenHA actually takes the set. It's kind of ironic, I guess, that VicenHA ends up winning the set from the lob, which Delicatobollz has been using so much. So Delicatobollz did say he was a bit hungover, so perhaps he's just not able to think his usual playstyle. And yeah, VicenHA just looking pretty comfortable at the moment. Delicatobollz is getting some good plays in here and there. Isaac Delicatobollz said in chat as well to start. So no, get wrecked. So yeah, Delicatobollz managing to grab a 33-point lead right now, make that 39. So we could possibly see the first jam of today's stream if he can manage to keep it up. But VicenHA's defense has been pretty solid, except for this set. He's just pretty much letting everything pass him right now. Delicatobollz does find him up in the 49-point section, and we do see our first jam. So 57 points to 0. Despite just not playing great at all so far, he actually manages to find the jam. So we'll see if he can keep on that momentum, or if VicenHA will strike back. And already with that just rally, we'll place it past Delicatobollz. So VicenHA looking to close things out 2-0. Of course, Delicatobollz is fighting to stay in the series. It is only a best of 3 with VicenHA being up 1-0. And yeah, whatever happened to Vicen's defense, it seems to have disappeared right now. It went from last game where he was just not letting anything pass him at all to a lot of these shots just getting past him relatively easy. So Delicatobollz does push the side out of VicenHA, which will reset his perfect streak. Although VicenHA does do the exact same to Delicato, and VicenHA just pretty much pass it straight into Delicato, so Delicato is easily able to just play it down that right hand side where VicenHA could not recover in time. So Delicato looking strong to possibly bring it back to a third game. Looking for that push, does not find it. VicenHA manages to save it. And at this point, Delicato just aimed for those corners, and VicenHA is having a hard time of trying to keep up with the disc. So looking strong for Delicato to bring back the third game. He does lose his juice. VicenHA still on his, but does not get the timing on that. So both players resetting their perfect streak. VicenHA actually taking the rally, so he brings himself back to 34 points. Delicato still only needing the one rally to finish off this game, and a bit of greed coming out from Delicato will bring Vincent back to 44 points, but the ace from Delicato will take him the second game. So we do end up going to a third game in our very first match, which is always good to see. We'll see if Delicato can keep on the momentum and take the second game. Personally, I still favour Vicen. I think Vicen has, despite even getting jammed, I think Vicen has been a bit more solid. As long as he isn't being greedy and plays that defense like we've seen in the first game, he can take this relatively easy. But it does seem like Delicato is getting into things. He did force the slide out of Vicen, so he keeps his juice, but is forced to slide, so both players losing their juice. We'll see who can recover from it first, and it is just a battle of greed right now. Both players just refusing to slide, and both of them costing from it. So Delicato is just up once again. Good for that push out. Places it past Delicato relatively easy. So 41 points make that 47 points to 0. We could see Vicen get the reverse jam, but Delicato with the ace says not today. And Delicato getting 2 quick points consecutively, bringing himself back to only 16 points. Still a long way to come back in this set. We'll see if he can keep it up or not. He is just up right now. Good for that push out, but not quite finding the corner. And VicenHA, this is the defense that we were talking about, just stopping everything Delicato is throwing at him, but cannot keep it up. Delicato brings himself back to 34 points, so he's almost there. He just has to keep it up. He cannot afford to drop another point, or he will lose the set. And all of this will have been for nothing. Vicen is just up right now, goes for the post. Delicato goes for the drop shot, does force Vicen to slide and lose his juice, so good play by him to bring it back even, and goes for the corner. Actually manages to get the 50 points exactly. So Vicen being 47 points up, I believe, and Delicato just with the insane comeback manages to steal it right out of VicenHA's pocket. So well played by Delicato to actually believe in coming back from it, and he actually did make it happen. So we'll see if Delicato can go ahead and keep this up to end up taking the series 2-1, or Vicen will... I'd say VicenHA won't be too happy about that set. He's definitely going to come back strong from it, I think. Being 25-10 up so far. I can't see VicenHA letting any silly mistakes happen from here, unless he's kind of tilted. Both players just back and forth right now, and nice save from Vicen, but it does allow Delicato to push right up to the net. Delicato is just up, good for the push. Nice save again from Vicen. And Delicato will get the rally, so bringing it back to pretty much even in this set. It is 28-25 right now, and Delicato just starting to bring out all the shots in his book, finding all the right placements, forcing Vicen to slide on almost every shot, but Delicato does not get the perfect streak from that, and Vicen does find himself just up right now. Goes for that post, and just inside the post does put Vicen up to 42 points right now. Vicen looking pretty strong to bring it back to a third set in this third game. Can he keep it up? We did see him just lose out on a huge lead in the last set, and Delicatobollz looking strong again. He's not giving up. He's came back once before and he's already got himself back up to 45 points. So can he make it happen again? The drop shot from Delicatobollz does not score. VicenHA still in the perfect streak lead, so he will get just first. He is just up. Good for the board. Just take the set from it. So well played by Vicen. Almost threw it away again, but yeah, almost threw it away again. But he managed to keep his cool and finished it off. So we do end up going to a third set. Vicen with the drop shot this time and actually catching Delicatobollz off guard. So despite Delicatobollz the one being throwing all the lobs, Vicen has actually scored twice from lobs this time, and the black lobster coming out from Delicatobollz gets that shield up, blocks the disc, and then just slides away. He didn't want anything to do with it. But yeah, so Vicen has actually taken a set from Delicatobollz off of a lob and did just get that drop shot as well. So VicenHA just kind of beaten Delicatobollz at his own game right now. He is up 29 points to 14 in this final set. Delicatobollz once again with that cross-court lob, and he's just lost all pressure right now. VicenHA should be able to take this this rally, but he does lose his perfect streak, so he's lost all pressure that he had. And we do see Delicatobollz just up, but he is forced to slide, so both players resetting their perfect streak, and the short hop almost scoring against VicenHA, and VicenHA does end up taking it 51 points to 14. So we will see VicenHA move on in the upper bracket, where Delicatobollz drops down to the lower bracket. So well played by both players. Mistakes coming out from both of them, but VicenHA just with the less